Hi everyone, and welcome back to Endangered Crypto. I wanted to just quickly update you guys on the latest update from Cryptoblades. They just dropped it earlier today on their Discord and Telegram. Some really interesting things to talk about, and we'll just jump into it really quickly. So they've put out this update where they kind of summarized a few things. They touched on the fact that they've had a lot of growing pains, and part of it was brought on by the value of skill jumping from 60 cents to $190, which their economy and any economy would not be able to survive without growing pains. They're absolutely right. You know, the increase in price brought on a lot of new players, brought on a lot of attention, and probably accelerated a lot of things that they didn't have in the pipeline. They've also shifted to a new service plan with their server, which should give them a little more stability on the website. They also talk about here where they had some issues with the Binance Smart Chain, where it stopped returning their API calls. So the game was trying to talk to the blockchain and it didn't give them back anything. So that probably resulted in a lot of issues for players. They've also given out 2,000 skills to bounty hunters. So these are people who help them find bugs, issues, exploits, and so on. And through these bounty hunters, they've introduced a 25% reduction in gas, which is great. We want less gas fees. They've made multiple marketplace features, including off-chain API for sorting. Basically, they've tried to make the store run a little bit smoother. They're working on a 10-chapter lore book, which will be driving the storyline for Cryptoblades and Cryptoblades Kingdom. I know I said I would have preferred that they kind of had the lore pre-planned before the game rather than putting it in at the last minute, but I am still excited to see what they come up with. I think this will be really cool. This is a great opportunity actually for them to have a limited edition version of the books, mint them out, maybe sign them digitally and have like 1,000 copies. That would be a really good skill sync, and then for the rest of us, we can get it for free or for a nominal amount. Dozens of illustrations, UI design, graphic design. Yeah, we're starting to see some of that come up in the updates. Again, I'm really looking forward to the new store UI, their new skill shop to add value to the NFTs, where they've got their potions to change your element and your character name and sword name and all of that. A documentary from one of the community members talking about how Cryptoblades has helped a lot of people in Brazil. Really cool, really interesting, and we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into how to make that more sustainable. A few other things that they've been working on. This is the interesting stuff. The gameplay news. So they have been working on their new raid system, which we're all looking forward to. It should support tens of thousands of entrants, rewarding over a dozen brand new NFTs, consumables, and rewards. I'm really curious to know what these new NFTs are. The PvP system to give more ways to earn and enjoy your NFTs. Again, really looking forward to more information on this. A complete rework of the integral system, such as a dust update, mass reforging, and mass burning. I don't think dust has made it out yet into the public build, so again, looking forward to that. Regarding the mass reforging and mass burning, I mean, I don't have a great excess of weapons to be doing reforging and burning. I'm looking forward to the skill rewards increasing again so I can reinvest it into the game. Right now, it's still pretty meager, but we're powering through. A brand new market redesign to support users and NFTs from outside the Cryptoblades ecosystem. Really looking forward to this. I wonder what partnerships they're going to be having to introduce NFTs from outside Cryptoblades. They've got a second part to the update here where they talk about how they've met with various teams to add to their existing play-to-earn stream rewards, which of course are currently limited to recruitment, forging, reforging, and marketplace transactions. Gas refunds to refill reward pools. Support from the core teams at Avalanche, Polygon, and Hecko. Now, this is really exciting because Polygon, which I've used before on Ethermon, has almost no transaction fees. And in fact, there's even faucets where you can go to, like I think polygon.faucet, where you can get Matic for free to cover your transaction expenses. Now, the amount that they give you is very small, and you can only get Matic from the faucet if you don't have enough in your wallet. But the fact that it basically makes transaction fees zero is great, because currently, on average, I'm averaging about a 30% profit on Cryptoblades after transaction fees and lost battles. So I'm really looking forward to that. Media sponsorships and advertising, which in themselves would cover the entirety of our current reward payout. This is huge. This will help fix the Oracle, because this is definitely a short-term solution to refilling the reward pool, which it has been running small, and that's the reason why the Oracle, the price adjustment of rewards has not been working, because they're trying to stretch out whatever rewards they have for as long as possible. Direct investment into expanding our Cryptoblades development. Again, this is great stuff. And 15 financial operational partners who we will announce next week, who are participating in the seed fund. So lots of fundraising, lots of money coming back into Cryptoblades, even if it's not from the community. It looks like this money is going to be taking steps to fixing the economy. And I think that this bodes really well for the long-term viability of Cryptoblades. I'm really excited to see what they have planned with Cryptoblades Kingdom. I think that's going to be really interesting and is going to add a lot of depth to the game. And everything now was just kind of the preamble to that. And these are just the near-term solutions based on what's happened over the last 2.5 months. I must say that the team is very active. They're very communicative, as you've seen. So I have pretty good hopes of what they have planned. And I just wanted to briefly talk about the economy, because there's been a lot of people complaining about, because one of the things that they mentioned in the update, which I think I missed, was they're making some changes to the reward scheme, where they are making it so that you get less rewards at the lower levels, more rewards at the higher levels. So they're rewarding players that have been playing longer, which I think is great, but people have been complaining about this, and I just wanted to talk about briefly how the whole system works and how the game is not just a ATM, which a lot of people seem to be treating it. So at the moment, the Cryptoblades team over here on the right, they have put a certain amount of skill into the game, and as we complete tasks in the game, we do the battles, we get rewarded with skill. Now, for many of us, we're trying to turn that skill into fiat or another cryptocurrency to invest elsewhere. Now, the problem with that is that if you want to turn your skill into something else, there needs to be someone on the other side of that equation who wants to take that skill off your hands and give you money or Ethereum for it. So what happens when... So there's a couple of things here. Number one, for someone to want to buy that skill from you, they need to have a reason. Well, why would they buy skill from you? Well, right now, they would buy skill because they either want to get new characters, new weapons, or stake it. There's not really much else reason to put money into the game. And this is what the Cryptoblades team is trying to do. If there's no reason for people to put money back into the game, then your skill runs out, which means that there's no rewards left to give, which means that the whole system runs dry. So there needs to be a reason for people to put money back into the system to either give other players skill or have somewhere to spend it so that they can either improve their investments or simply because they're enjoying the game. And this is kind of what makes a sustainable economy. This is really, really basic, but this is what the Cryptoblades team is trying to solve. And the reason that they have reduced rewards and they're trying to control the rewards is because this was running out. Now, the really good news is they've got their advertisers, they've got sponsors, and what this does is this gives the team dollars where they can then go out and purchase skills to reintroduce it into the pool, or they can, because they won't be able to mint new skill outside of the contract. So the only way to reintroduce skill into the system is they need to buy it off the market. And then they will use that to put it into the skill pool, which we can then withdraw until they have a sustainable way to get people to put money back into the system for some reason or another. And this is what they're doing with the skill shop. This is what they're trying to do, I think, with Cryptoblades Kingdom and so on. So it's really important to understand that the game is not an ATM. I know people are living off of this. They're making more than they do on their day job, especially in third world countries. But when development teams make changes like this, it's not to spite you, it's because it's not sustainable and they're trying to make it sustainable. So yeah, so those are pretty much the updates right now. Looking forward to seeing a lot of this stuff drop. We'll probably do another video when we get some of these things dropping. Here's a little bit on that documentary I mentioned if you're interested. And yeah, let's keep an eye on this game. Looking forward to it. I think that for the long term, it's definitely something to stay on top of, and they are going to have growing pains. These are not going to be the last set of problems that they have, but the team seems to be headed in the right direction. So thanks so much for tuning in, and have a good one.